whoever isn't on can hear it. All right, so good evening, you guys. It is Sunday, and it is July 28th, the day before we start Morning Meltdown 100, which is super exciting. For those of you that don't know me, which all three of you do know me, I'm Courtney, and I'm your coach, and I'm not going to make you introduce yourselves, so I will try to go through and tell about each of you. So Camille, she has a cutie patootie kiddo on the screen right now. She's a nurse, and I actually met her through her, not boyfriend, her husband, who works out at my gym. And then Shelby in the cute blue shirt down there waving. Yes, she was actually a women's golfer at the University of Memphis while I did track at the University of Memphis. So we knew each other through the student athlete. And then Karen, she goes to MBS with us. And she still works out there, and she was like, hey, I want something else. And I was like, I got the perfect thing for you. Do this. So Camille, I know you're not doing Morning Meltdown, so like you can kind of disregard this a little bit. But for Shelby and Karen, if you haven't already, I know both of your physical copies of things have not come in yet. But if you haven't already, try and go ahead and take your before and after pictures, your measurements, all that basic good stuff. Y'all know that. I know both of y'all are no newbies to the fit world. So, but as far as it goes, I am planning to do 100 days straight. Now, that totally up to you guys. If there are days where you're like, I really just cannot, like I feel bad or something's hurting or you're just not feeling it, like take your day. Like I'm not going to be like, where were you? You didn't check in on this day. Like, I get it. So don't feel like you have to stay on track with me. But again, if I'm on like workout 24 and you're on like workout 7, like I'm probably going to say something and be like, hey, what are you doing? But that leads me to my next point. So, and this is for everybody. The group is there for all of us to have some form of accountability or something to show up to, because when we don't have that, and I know that for me personally, when I don't have someone or something holding me accountable or wanting me to check in, I have a tendency to like not do the things I need to do and make excuses and kind of think I can fall behind. But that's what the group is there for, and I don't ever want you guys to feel like it's a chore or it's a task. I want you to enjoy coming in there and talking to each other and sharing with each other, because I mean, it's no fun to do all this stuff by yourself. That's why we have a team, and that's why we're doing it the way that we are. So use it as a resource. Don't feel like it's a burden. I'm not asking you to come on and write huge, giant paragraphs in detail about your workouts, but just use it, check in with us, keep us updated, and let us know how it's going, because I genuinely care. I mean, if you're having a crappy time, I want to know and I want to fix it for you. So that was my first thing, is just make sure that we're plugging into that group, that you're being an active participant, not kind of a bystander, because we get really powerful results in the past when we do these groups all together, because there is that accountability and because everyone's like, okay, Shelby's showing up, Karen showed up today, it's 8 o'clock at night and I haven't done what I need to do, but they did. It's gonna make somebody else do the things that they need. So always plug into that. The next thing, it is called Morning Meltdown 100, but I do understand that there's work schedule conflicts and things that come up, and if people are leaving their house at 5 a.m., it may not be plausible for them to get up and work out at 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's up to you. I am going to get up and do it every morning. I plan to start my workout every morning at 5 a.m., and that will go all the way through school. So come up with a plan. Don't just say, well, I'll do it at some time throughout the day. Like, you have to come into it with a plan, because if you do not, that's, like I said, that's where we deviate, that's where we lose, when we don't plan what we're doing. So come in and have a morning routine. If that is, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna put your clothes on and then immediately press play, or if that's, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna have some pre-workout or a cup of coffee. But just make sure you set yourself up so that you're doing the things that you really want to do, and not letting life get in the way. So for me, that's getting up, like when I say I'm going to get up, not snoozing 5 times and doing that. So that's going to be a challenge for me. And morning routine, also, if you can, try to incorporate some form of personal development in your day. whether it's a podcast, whether it's an audiobook, a physical book, something that is going to fill your brain with positive information, put your mindset in a good place, because that's a huge piece of any sort of weight loss journey, athletic career, anything you want to do. If your mindset's not there, you're not going to get the full experience. You're not going to truly be able to experience the change that you want, because that part of you is closed off. So some good ones to start with that I always suggest to people, the Rise Rachel Hollis podcast. There are amazing episodes that you can just plug on while you're doing your makeup or while you're doing your hair, in the car while you're riding. That's a good one. There's another one by, pause. I think his name's Brendan Burchard, and he wrote a book recently. I'm trying to remember what the name of his actual podcast is. The other one is called The Life Coach. She's really, really great. I actually was listening to one today about belief ceilings. So what we believe in ourselves and like where we set that. But I'm deviating. Just do some form of personal development, because when life starts to go down, the easiest place to go is a pessimistic mind space. And we have the power to control that and allow ourselves to react differently. And that's one thing that this whole experience has taught me, because personal development is so woven into everything that we do. It's that there's a lot of personal growth that goes on with this as well, because you're learning about your body and your physical, but you're also learning about how you deal with mental struggles and certain things that you may particularly deal with in your life, and having that personal development to fall back on just keeps your head in a really good spot, in a positive mental space, which is what we want. And so morning routine, get some personal development in, checking in. And then the other thing is, like, don't count yourself out. Like, if you're feeling like, man, I'm not seeing any results yet, or I'm just not getting that vibe that other people seem to be getting, don't settle for it. Talk to us. Let us know, like, what's missing or what feels off. Check in with me, because I don't want you to think that, like, oh, this is just how it's going to be, or this is just how it's going to work. So if that's the case, start to talk to us and reach out and say, I don't like it. I don't know what's happening. Because again, we're all here to support you and each other. And another thing I want to talk about is be proud of what you're doing. So a lot of times the response when people are like, oh yeah, you're doing Beachbody, it's like, oh yeah, you're one of those people. And it was honestly a tough shift for me personally, just being in a field that is dominated by such a one-sided mindset in terms of what is a good representation of an athlete or a strong human. So it's hard. But if someone asks you, be honest and just tell them what you're doing, and tell them how much you enjoy it, and it truly embody the experience. Because like I said, this is like one of the biggest program drops of the company. It's huge. I think they said they have now over 120,000 people scheduled to start this tomorrow. So it is a massive launch. And I'm just so excited. I don't know about you guys, but like, I love Jericho. She is the cutest, like, most adorable fit thing ever. So I'm super excited to do that. But yeah, don't settle for anything less than you want. So if you set some goals when you come into this, and if you haven't already, try to sit down tonight and just think about some things that you want to be different within the next 100 days. If that's truly what you're doing this for, what are those things that you want to be different by the time you're done? Because if we have those goals, we're not going to settle for anything less in the process of getting there. I'm going to consistently push you to meet that point. And in any program you're doing, I want you to set a goal and have a reason why you're doing it. Because like I said, life sucks sometimes, and that workout is the first thing to be like, nope, not today. But that's when it needs to happen the most, because those moments in our life where things really suck and we push through and we make ourselves do the things we don't want to do, that's what makes us grow. So like I said, guys, I'm not going to take much of your time. 13 minutes. I did pretty good. Actually, less than that because we waited. But I really just wanted to welcome you guys, get you all in the same place. I know we haven't seen each other's faces yet. And if anybody has any questions about Morning Meltdown, feel free. You can like shout out at me. I'll unmute everybody. You can shout out at me if you have any questions or anything you want to say. Yeah, I'm good. Are y'all excited?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm excited too. Tomorrow's cardio, so I'm like, all right, I can wake up and like do some cardio. It's not weights first thing. I'm good.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
After that,
Hold on, I can't hear you, Karen.
I did the mashup today. Now?
Yeah, you're good now.
So I did that just kind of sample mashup thing today.
Uh-huh.
And I told you earlier, I was just surprised. It, like she says in the video, it's humbling.
It really is. And I, coming from Transform 20, which you haven't done that yet, but Transform 20, I thought I was like a badass. I'm like, this is just hard. This is incredible. I'm killing it. No, I did that first workout and I was like, oh, I'm sucking wind over here. Yeah. So, yeah, I think we have a total now of like 5 or 6 people that are doing the Morning Meltdown. So that'll be a big group that gets to check in and hop in and whatever. And like I said, it's going to be a really good time. I'm super excited for Karen's packages to come in and Shelby. That's going to be awesome because, y'all, that Energized, because she got the pre-workout and post-workout too. And I'm like, that Energized, Camille, is that Energized not like the best? It's life-changing.
I'll get something in the morning for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's like I would honestly now prefer that over a cup of coffee. And that may be a stretch for some people, but like for me, it's quick, it's easy, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super excited and I rambled a little bit. I'm sorry. I do that.
It was good. It's good.
But like I said, guys, if you need absolutely anything from me, the fastest way to get a hold of me is text me. And if you don't have my number, does anybody not have my phone number? Shelby? You don't? Okay. I'll type it in the chat box real quick. Actually, I'll just text it to you, or message it to you so you have it. But that's the fastest way to get a hold of me because DMs, like Instagram's crazy, and I'll have DMs that I've not seen, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, you guys, I'm not ignoring you, but they just never showed up. Hi, Lily. She's like, who's that crazy lady? So cute. All right, guys. Well, I'm pumped for tomorrow. It should be loaded onto your bod, so you should be able to go in tomorrow and click it. And like I said, there will be a post that comes out first thing in the morning. I think I have it set to come out at 5 a.m. So if you want to respond to that post or post your workouts, Camille, you gonna get it in tomorrow? Are you working tomorrow? All right, cool. Yes. Woo, woo. She's not saving lives tomorrow. Okay. All right, ladies. Well, I will talk to you tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a good night, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.